I'm Brownfield commodity market reporter John Perkins with the closing market minute from Monday, July 14th. Soybeans ended the session mixed, adjusting spreads and continuing to keep an eye on U.S. development conditions, which do look favorable in much of the Midwest and Plains over the near term. Soybeans took a cue from soybean products during the session. Bean meal was down and soybean oil was up on product spread adjustments tied to demand expectations, with bean oil getting support from expectations for solid biofuels demand. Corn ended the session modestly higher, seeing some short covering support, also continuing to keep an eye on development conditions here in the United States. And again, things look generally favorable into at least mid-month or so. There was decent weekend rainfall in some key U.S. growing areas, with more expected in parts of the region later on this week. And wheat closed lower, unable to follow through on its early gains, seeing pressure from the higher trade in the dollar index during the session. The trade continues to watch U.S. winter wheat harvest activity and spring wheat development conditions, with a chance of rainfall over the near term in parts of the northwestern U.S. plains. Live and feeder cattle were down sharply on fund liquidation and the recent trend in box beef, waiting for this week's direct cash cattle business to get underway. And at least initially, this week's ready numbers do look mixed when compared to last week, maybe mostly lower overall. And hogs closed lower. Pork was up at midday, but that was not enough to break the spillover pressure from that drop in cattle, along with some fund liquidation in hogs as well. With the closing market minute for Monday, July 14th, I'm Brownfield commodity market reporter John Perkins.